Hello everyone and welcome to my Java programming tutorial. In this video we will talk about polymorphism and we will solve an example. So this is a question in front of you. You may see a couple of questions like this, and this is the question which is mandatory in every UW Seattle final exam. And you can see, like, by just Google CSE 143 UW old exams, and this question you will see with different variations of method calls. Code is provided, client code is provided, and they have given you also some statements. Your task is to evaluate those statements. So there are some rules of polymorphism and inheritance, which what things you can do and what things you cannot do. So let's get started. We will solve this one first. So to solve this question, so the first step you have to do is create a hierarchical diagram. So how to create a hierarchical diagram, or also known as UML diagram. So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to identify the programming classes. So whoever is extending, that's the child class. So you have to identify the parent class. So who is the parent class? First of all, we will take a look, and vegetable is the parent class. So vegetable goes like this at the top, and then look for the class who extends vegetable, and that is mineral. So we have a mineral class who is extending vegetable. Then we have, now you have to take a look which class, is there any other class who extends vegetable? If not, then you will take a look which class extends mineral. You just need to complete the whole hierarchical thing you have. So now let's take a look. We have computer extends mineral. So computer goes just below mineral, and we have an arrow down kind of a situation over here. And then we have animal also extends mineral. So now mineral have two children. We have computer and animal. So these are just sample name which will not make sense at all. So just bear with me with those names and stuff. You just need to understand the concept of inheritance in this case, and when you apply polymorphism, what will be the output. So it's just to make you understand the concept, how those inheritance and polymorphism thing works. And the last one, I think we are done with. We have like total 4 classes. As you can see, the classes are listed in bold: computer, mineral, animal, and vegetable. So this is what your hierarchical picture looks like. For every question, like every other question, similar kind of this, hierarchical picture will be different. You may have one series of classes. You may have spread out like different classes in like after the second step. So you have to like figure those things out by looking at your programming classes. Now that's your first step, solving this question. Identify your hierarchical picture. Now the second task is take a look at your client code. So your client code is at the bottom. So over here at the bottom, this is your client code, and this will help you a lot solving these type of statements. So let's take a look. What we have is, you have first object created of vegetable, variable 1 equals to new computer. So new computer. If it's not visible on the board, that's the same statement I'm writing, which is in the front. So you can see at the bottom, vegetable variable 1 equals to new computer. So this is your first variable. So I will be using different markers. I'm not sure if you can see the visibility is that clear in the video, but I'm using a blue marker now. Now your scope for this variable 1 over here is from vegetable to computer. So over here, vegetable is acting as a parent, and you have a computer over here. So this is for this variable, or the object variable 1, your scope is still computer. So I'm marking with blue. So starting from vegetable till computer. And what's the purpose of this? I will explain you in a bit. So let's start solving. As we already have our first object variable 1, let's go by the statement one by one. So we have a first call which says variable 1 dot method A. Okay, so the rule of polymorphism is, whenever you have a method call on this object, first thing you have to do is check vegetable class. Does vegetable have that method? So let's take a look in our vegetable class. Does vegetable have that method? Yes, vegetable have method A. So it means you don't have to print that method A from vegetable. It's just like a green signal that yes, you can move forward. Now what you will, vegetable is acting as a grandparent over here, right? As you can see over here, it's like a grandparent for computer. So it's like vegetable says, yes, I do have that method, but you can look for the most updated version of that method, and your scope for that one is computer. So we will directly go to computer and we will look for method A. Does computer have method A? Computer do not have method A. So it doesn't mean that you will come back to vegetable. Computer extends mineral. You will ask mineral, does mineral have method A? And no, mineral also don't have method A. So our answer will be, then you will take it from vegetable, and your answer is vegetable A. So for the first statement, your answer is vegetable A. This is for number 1. So your answer is vegetable A. And now you have variable 1 dot method B. Again, this is the object we are working, or you have a statement on variable 1. Variable 1 dot method B. So first thing, whatever the method you are calling on the object, you check vegetable. Does vegetable have method B? You go in vegetable, yes, vegetable do have method B. Now the scope for this variable is still computer. We will go in computer looking for method B. Does computer have method B? Okay, so yes, computer do have method B, and the answer is computer B. It's printing system.out.print computer B. So you will print computer B slash, because there is another method call in the same method which says super.b. As you can see in computers class, you have in the method B, you have super.b. So who is super for computer? Computer super is mineral. Does mineral have method B? So your call goes to method B of mineral, and yes, mineral do have method B, and the output is system.out.print mineral B. So slash mineral B and one more slash, because in mineral B you have another method call which says method A. Okay, so this is the critical part we have. Now when you have such kind of call which is without the super keyword, it means method A. So you started with computer, right? So when you have such method call, you will go back to computer looking for method A. Does computer have method B? No, method A? No. You will go back to mineral. Does mineral have method A? No. Then you mineral extends vegetable. You go to vegetable. Does vegetable have method A? Yes, it will be vegetable A. So for number 2, your answer is computer B, mineral B, and vegetable A. So 3 are the statement. You will separate it by a slash, and you can do like outer print ln, so it means like 3 different lines. Slash will be fine in your exam as well. For number 3, so okay, so for number 2, that's the critical part where many students have trouble. The first thing when you have to solve polymorphism is create this erotical diagram. Second thing, whenever you're solving any of the statement, you have to look at the object. So this object is created with vegetable, and the scope is still computer. Now, wherever the method you are calling on vegetable, you need to check variable 1, you need to check vegetable first. Does vegetable have that method? Yes. Then you go to whatever the class is written. It can be animal, it can be mineral, because all are children of vegetable. Okay, so after confirming with computer, like if computer doesn't have it, you will now take a look at your hierarchical. If computer doesn't have it, you're asking mineral. Does mineral doesn't have it, you are asking vegetable. It's like this. And same when you have a super call, whenever you have a method call within a method with a super keyword, you will always take a look up. So if you are in mineral class and you have a super method call with super keyword, you will always go to vegetable, you will not go to computer. But if you have a method call without a super keyword, you have to look at your scope. So take a look at my scope, it's with blue marker. So vegetable to computer. If I'm in the middle over here in the mineral and asking for, like if we are working still on this object, and just like the same example we have, there was, because computer method B called mineral method B, and when we were in mineral, mineral was making a call in the same method to just A without any super keyword. If mineral also make a call with super keyword, you go to vegetable. But as that call was without a super keyword, you will go to the most updated version of this object. Okay, I think this makes sense a little bit, because, and if it doesn't, you don't have to panic. This is the most confusing question students face. You just need more practice of such kind of questions, and that will help you a lot. Okay, number 3, variable 1 dot method C. Again, following the same rule. Variable 1, we are working on the same object, variable 1, now you are calling method C. Your first step is check vegetable. Does vegetable have method C? We will go in vegetable. Vegetable don't have method C. Doesn't matter mineral have method C or computer have method C. If vegetable, this class who is creating this object, doesn't have this method, it will be an error. And it doesn't matter computer have it, mineral have it, animal have it, we don't care. First thing was check this vegetable. Okay, so this is another thing you have just learned. That's why I was telling you again and again, whenever you make a statement, check this class first. If this class have that method, then you go for the most updated one. If this class doesn't have that method, it would be an error. Okay, so now we are on number 4 and we have variable 2. So let's take a look at our client code, which is at the bottom over here. So we are on variable 2. Let's create that object, which is mineral variable 2. Mineral variable 2 equals to, we are creating new animal. So new animal, doesn't matter how you create, this is the code client has already provided. Only concern are these statements on your right side where you have to write your answers. Okay, so we have mineral to animal. So your scope is from mineral to animal for variable 2. Okay, so now let's take a look. You're calling variable 2 dot method A. So first thing, variable 2 method A. You need to check mineral. Does mineral have method A? Mineral doesn't have method A. Okay, so this doesn't mean it's an error. Why this time it's not an error? Because mineral is extending vegetable. Mineral can ask vegetable for help. Going back to our first thing, vegetable was not extending anyone, so that's why it was an error, because vegetable cannot ask help from anyone. So in this case, mineral can ask vegetable, hey vegetable, do you have method A? And we will take a look at vegetable. Yes, vegetable says I have method A, and you will now check the most updated one, which is animal. You will go in animal looking for method A, and animal does have method A. Your answer will be animal A. Okay, now we have variable 2 method B, variable 2 method B, check mineral. Does mineral have method B? Yes. Now we will go to animal looking for method B. Does animal have method B? Animal don't have method B. We will go to mineral. Okay, so this is a confusing part. Please take notes or pay attention very carefully. Now you're calling method B on variable 2. First thing, check mineral. Does mineral have method B? Yes. It's like a green signal. I do have it because mineral is a parent. We will always go for the updated version, who is the bottom child over here. So they are the updated one. Because as you recall from your employee secretary class, why these are the updated? Maybe they have overridden the method. So it means take the values for me. I have overridden that method B or C, whatever you're working on. Okay, mineral have it. We will go in animal. Does animal have method B? No. Now you will go back to mineral, printing method B, and it prints mineral B slash, because in mineral B you have another method call, which is simple A, no super keyword. When you have simple A without super keyword, you go with the scope thing. You will see animal class first. Does animal have method A? Let's take a look. Does animal have method A? Yes, and the answer is animal A. Hope this makes sense a little bit now. Mineral B, animal A for number 4. Okay, so number 5. Now what we have? Variable 3. Now third variable is created by vegetable. Variable 3 equals to new mineral. Vegetable variable 3 equals to new mineral. Okay, for this one, I have no idea if you can see my colors. So it's from vegetable to, I'm using green, which is from vegetable to mineral. So it means this variable don't have access to computer and animal. So your scope is very limited for this variable 3. Okay, let's take a look. Number 5 is variable 3 dot method A, and what we are printing is variable 3 method A. Does vegetable have method A? Yes. It means now you can look in mineral. Does mineral have method A? No. We will print from vegetable. That will be vegetable A. That was a little simple. Number 6 is variable 3 dot method B. Again, we will check vegetable. Does vegetable have method B? And I think vegetable, Yes, vegetable do have method B. Now we will go for the updated version, which is mineral. Does mineral have method B? And it's mineral B. So we will write mineral B. When you see system.out.print statement, it means you have to write that. And then go for the second method call on the second line, which says just method A. Okay, now in our previous example, when you just had a method call without the super keyword, you were always checking computer and animal because your scope was always ended at computer and animal. But in this variable case, your scope is from vegetable to mineral. So when you have a method A call, you will check mineral. Does mineral have method A? No, you will print from vegetable, which will be method A, vegetable A. This is the answer for number 6, mineral B, vegetable A. Okay, so now we have number 4. Okay, so this is the important one. We have object. We are creating another variable object. Another object. These names are variable, but as you already at this point, you should not get confused that these are variables. These are just names given as variables. These are objects. Variable 4 equals to, we have new mineral. Okay, this is important to understand at this point. So this object, if you can remember or recall from my previous video on just class object, which was a journal class. So you can create or create any type of object with the object and say new mineral, new lawyer, new scanner, hello world in double quotation marks, like, right? You can do those stuff, but you can only do with variable 4. What you can only do is you can only call toString method, dot equal method, hash method, with the methods already existed in the object class. This object doesn't have variable 4, have no idea what this mineral class is or what you guys are talking about, vegetable, mineral, animal. Okay, so this is the thing with the object. So whenever you call a method like this, direct method on var4, other than toString or dot equal, it will be a straightforward error, because that object class, just take a look in your PowerPoint slides or just watch my video back. You see in the object class, I have shown the object class in my video as well. Do you see any of this method A, B, C? No, it's just an example. So whenever, this is a valid statement. It's an error because you cannot call method A, B, or C anything on this var4. You can call after typecasting it, and we will see in the next step. So var4.method A will give you an error because object class don't have any method A, B, C. Okay, now we have typecasting. Okay, so I am removing this part from the board. With the typecasting, I highly recommend, like, you can take notes on typecasting. These are some rules in polymorphism with the typecasting part. And that is that you cannot typecasting too far down the tree, and no sibling typecasting, only up and down typecasting. And that is just like a statement, but I will explain you what those typecasting means. Like what is too far down the tree and what is sibling typecasting is obvious, like computer and animals are siblings. So there is, if you are creating an object of computer, you cannot typecast that computer object as an animal or animal as a computer. Okay, let's take a look. For the first statement we have, you are typecasting var1 with computer. So first of all, you need to check whether it's a valid typecasting. So our first var1 was created, new computer. I accidentally, this is a messy over here. You don't have to worry about these part. If you're confused what I have written so far, it's just the statement, 4 lines written in front of you in the handout. Okay, so let's take a look with the typecasting part. You are typecasting var1 as computer. First of all, what is a valid typecasting? No sibling typecasting and too far down the tree. What is too far down the tree will decide this thing. So anything below this is too far. You have a scope from vegetable to computer. So vegetable to computer, you can typecast this variable as vegetable. You can typecast this variable as mineral, computer. So this is within your scope. You need to look at your scope over here. What's the scope? Like how far you can go. That is, it says computer. So everything is valid. If you have a class below computer and you cannot typecast that computer, let's say keyboard. You have a class below computer as keyboard. You cannot typecast var1 as keyboard because that will be too far down the tree. One step below of your scope is too far down the tree. Okay, let's get started. var1 is typecasted as computer. Can you typecast this var1 as computer? Yes, because that's your scope limit, and that's okay. So yes, first of all, we need to check valid typecast. That's a check mark. Now, what will be the output? Okay, so typecasting doesn't mean that this variable has now no connection with rest of the stuff. It only means now you don't have to check vestibule for the permission. Okay, so we are calling method B. So if you take a look what we have, computer, directly go in computer because that's the latest scope. Again, when it comes to printing, you will again look for the latest scope for the printing. So computer, method B. Does computer have method B? Yes, it prints computer B, mineral B, and vegetable A. So again, computer B, mineral B, and vegetable A. Number 2. Now second typecast. You are typecasting var1 as computer again, and you are calling method C. Now if you recall from the previous statement, like from point number 3 we have, when you call variable 1 dot method C, it was an error. Why it was an error? Because vegetable class didn't have method C. But now as you have typecasted this var1 as computer, now you no longer have to check vegetable. This is the only thing typecasting does. That now it is just removing the permission from your parent class. So now variable 1 is typecasted as computer. You directly go in computer looking for method C. Does computer have method C? Yes, and the answer is computer C. We have number 3. Okay, so what we have on number 3? Now you are typecasting variable 2, which is from mineral to animal. Mineral to animal, this is your scope. And you are typecasting this variable with computer. First of all, is this a valid typecast? No. Why? Because computer and animal are siblings. So no sibling typecasting. You can only typecast this variable 2, whose scope is from mineral to animal. You can typecast this variable as animal, mineral, and vegetable because everything is in the scope. You can go up for the typecasting, but no sibling typecasting and no one step down typecasting. So this will be an error because you are calling sibling typecasting. Number 4, we have variable 2 is typecasted. Variable 2 is typecasted as animal. Is that a valid typecast? Yes, because there is no sibling typecasting and there is no IC too far down the tree because we have a scope till animal. So now your variable 2 is typecasted as animal. We will call method C. Directly go in animal because you are looking for the most updated. Go till the scope. Start from the scope. Animal, method C. Does animal have method C? Yes. And it's calling B. Okay. Without any super keyword, you are calling method B. And in this method B, what we will do is, does animal have? So this is the most updated one. First of all, need to check animal. Does animal have method B? No. You will go to mineral asking for method B. Does mineral have method B? Yes. And the answer is mineral B slash, and mineral is also calling one more method, which is A. For A method, you come back to animal because remember the scope, most updated one, it will be animal A, and then going back where you started, slash, because we started with method C, remember, of animal, and just you have a call of B. Now you come back and print animal C at the end. This is a compiler method call thing. So your answer is mineral B, animal A, animal C. This is the answer for your typecasting when you're typecasting variable 2 as animal. Now we have computer var3 dot method B. So now you're typecasting var3. Vegetable to mineral. Vegetable to mineral is the scope for variable 3. Vegetable to mineral, do remember the scope. First of all, you need to check, is this a valid typecast? Your scope is from vegetable to mineral. Think, is this a valid typecast? You're typecasting var3 with computer. No, it's not a valid typecast because even one step down of your scope is still mineral. One step down of your scope is an error. So your answer is an error. We call it as too far down the tree. Reason behind the error. Okay, I'm just making random numbers. 5, 6. Okay. I think we are on second last, which is var4. Okay, so can you typecast var4, which is object var4 equals to new mineral? Your scope is still mineral over here. You've chosen this mineral part, and that's a valid statement. You can say object var4 to computer and animal. So this var4, when you typecast, have access to all these up typecasting. So remember, you can, for typecasting, you can go up to your scope. So first of all, is this a valid typecast that you are typecasting var4, who is new mineral, and you are typecasting with vegetable? Yes, that's a valid typecast, and you are calling method B. So you will check, first of all, do you have method B in vegetable? Does vegetable have method B? Yes, it's vegetable B. And now, as your scope is still mineral, you will go in mineral for method B. It will be mineral B, and slash, as mineral B is calling another method, which is A, and mineral doesn't have method A, so it will be from vegetable, which will be vegetable A. And the last one we will have, var4 is typecasted as animal, and that will be an error because var4 scope is still mineral. You are typecasting with animal, that is too far, and the last one is an error. Hopefully this video will help you solve similar kind of questions, and this type of question is very, very important plus confusing. There are some rules which I have mentioned in my video while solving this. You can rewatch the video, take notes, and you just need to focus on the points which I'm talking about, the relationship and the typecasting scenario. Otherwise, the concept is the same in every question, only you will see a different diagram with different inheritance concept. That's it for this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.